Are staying on top of breaking news. Several wildfires burning across Southern California right now. The bridge fire is in the San Gabriel Mountains above Glendora, the airport fire in Trabuco Canyon in Orange County, and the line fire is above Highland in the San Bernardino Mountains. Our team coverage is fanned out across our area. We start, though, with Mark Liu at the desk with the latest on evacuations and the battle to contain the airport fire.
Yeah, that's right, Amy. So the airport fire currently burning about 9,000 acres in the area between Lake Elsinore and Trabuco Canyon is approaching a very important landmark. It's Santiago Peak. This is a part of the mountainous region, as I said, between Lake Elsinore and Rancho Santa Margarita. This is a very important peak for broadcasting and radio and television, and also scientific equipment is up there. What you're looking at here is live pictures from SkyCal as this fire gets very, very close to that equipment on top of the mountain. Now, there are many television stations that have receive sites up there, including KCAL. Our own chopper sometimes uses the receive site at the top of Santiago Peak in order to get live pictures back. Very much likely the live pictures you're seeing right now are being transmitted to that mountaintop receiver and then sent out to various cable distribution systems so that you can see these live images right there. You see those broadcasting towers? There are multiple towers up there with lots of very sensitive broadcasting and scientific equipment and cameras as well up there. Now you can see this fire has been growing in size. It started, believe yesterday at about 1:30 in the afternoon. This is the result of fire. There was some work crews that were placing boulders down in a field when some of their equipment caught fire, and it has spread continuously over the last 24 hours to almost 9,000 acres, 0% containment. But what you're looking at right here is live pictures of those flames approaching Santiago Peak. Now, it appears just in the last 5 minutes that some of those flames are getting very, very close to a building that is up there. I'm not exactly sure what is in that building, but there are spaces up there for people to work. Now, we haven't had any information about anyone, any humans that are up there right now, but you can see as SkyCal zooms out that thick column of black smoke. I also don't see any water dropping aircraft on the radar right now. They could be in a refueling position or reloading water drops right now as this fire continues to burn unchecked here in the mountains. I can actually bring you out to my screen and show you where this is burning. There are evacuations. Let me zoom out here and show you. This is the airport fire. You can see Orange County and also Lake Elsinore. And as we zoom in, this bright orange area, that's the area that is so far burned since this fire started yesterday at about 1:30. Now, the evacuation zones right here are in a area called Trabuco Canyon Central Park. That's a community there that is under an evacuation order. And just this afternoon, we've also seen evacuation orders down here in the San Juan Hot Springs area. There's not a lot of people that live in this area, but really the big concern right now is also these evacuation warnings all along here in Riverside County. The fire is moving in a northwest and a northeast and a southeast direction. So communities in Lake Elsinore are under evacuation warnings. Riverside County Fire wants people that live in these areas to pack their bags and be ready to leave at a moment's notice. Also, the Lake Elsinore School District is closed today because of this fire and the air quality issues. Now, going back out live to pictures from SkyCal, you can see this enormous fire line. Amy, we are looking at flame lengths here, 20, 30 feet in the air. This is an indication of very hot temperatures, very old growth, thick vegetation here that is burning at the top of this hill. It is cresting right where Santiago Peak is. All of that broadcasting equipment there, Amy, I tell you, it does look like it's getting very close to those radio towers.
It sure does, Mark. And I have to tell you, we were on this fire live yesterday afternoon. In fact, I just pulled out my notes from yesterday when we went on the air just before 3 o'clock. Calling this the airport fire. It broke out in that area where there is a little remote control airport landing strip. That's where it started. And, you know, we watched it race up the hill, which was a good sign because it was going away from the homes that were in that little neighborhood there. But we never imagined it was going to reach the top of this peak here where we have all of those towers up there. And as you were telling our viewers how important those towers are. And yesterday we were talking about brush clearance in the area and how much smoke smoke was out there because there was just so much brush that hadn't burned in many, many years. And we were hoping that, you know, it would never reach the top of this hillside. But we also understand that resources are spread out so thin because we have so many fires burning across Southern California right now. And this is one of those fires where we did see crews down on the bottom where this fire started, but this is really one of those fires that they are fighting from the air, and air resources were being spread thin because of all of the fires that are burning right now. But clearly this one taking a you know, a terrible turn as it continued up the hill and is getting so close to those towers, Mark.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm doing some research. You know, Santiago Peak is basically on the top of Saddleback Mountain. It's about 4,000 feet in elevation. It's got, as I was talking about, radio sites with multiple different agencies up there with very important radio communications equipment, including both the federal government, the state of California, Southern California Edison, Orange County Communications, our own station KCAL. All of these entities have equipment up there that they use in very important communication. So this is a really, really important telecommunications site for both radio, television, and government agencies. Now, this fire, it continues to burn up there. I am seeing water dropping aircraft in the area. There's at least one Type 1 helicopter. I don't know exactly what kind it is. It might be a spotter helicopter, but there definitely is a tactical air tanker in the area. I know that the very large Avro jets, the 4-engine jets, water-dropping aircraft that carry 3,000 gallons, are operating in this vicinity. We may be able to see a water drop from them soon, because there are certain water sources here. They could go to Lake Elsinore. They could also, probably going to Lake Elsinore for any kind of refill on water. There's also the Upper Oso Reservoir, which is along the 241. They may be able to, water dropping helicopters may be able to get some water from there as well. There's also, let me see, we also have some cameras that I may be able to go to here that show, I'll have that for you in just a second. I'm working on that, but there are publicly accessible cameras in the area of Santiago Peak that we might be able to see some of these images. I'm working on it right now, Amy, but I can tell you this picture from SkyCal really shows how much smoke, heat, and just intensity that the airport fire is now moving in that direction towards the top of Saddleback Mountain.
Yeah, and it's just so hard to see the planes or helicopters when there is so much smoke. Of course, when it's nice, clear blue skies, you can see them, but this is really a large and very thick plume of smoke up there, burning so much of that brush that is on that hillside that hasn't burned for quite some time. And so it's very difficult to make out the aircraft that is up there, but we do know that they are fighting this fire from up above because of the rugged terrain. Now, there are little fire roads up there and ways to get up to the top of this peak, Santiago Peak, but we don't know if there was anyone up there. We do know that occasionally there are crews that go up there to maintain this area, and of course brush clearance in the area, but this is certainly one of those situations that we were hoping not to see, and that is the flames reaching this peak of towers that are just so important to anyone within the broadcast area, because so many of us use this for television and radio, as you were mentioning, and we're hoping to see some drops here. I know that yesterday afternoon we saw a lot of that retardant being dropped as they were really trying to circle this fire, and it looked like those lines were, you know, really working, that they had made really successful drops, but with the sundowner winds, just winds picking up, and this fire just really fighting on up that hillside. And of course you have the high temperatures that are going along with this. Now, the fortunate thing has been that while it was 100 degrees up there yesterday when this fire broke out, the winds were relatively calm. And to put this in perspective, Mark, when we started covering this fire yesterday afternoon, right around 3 o'clock, it was only 7 acres, and now it has just exploded. And we typically see it go up hillsides. Fires don't usually go down, they go up. But it looked as though the tankers had really dropped enough of that retardant. But clearly this is a different side of that story because we see that that fire has reached the peak.
Yeah, Amy, and I've got something really incredible to show you. As I had mentioned, that there are publicly accessible cameras on the peak, on Santiago Canyon Peak, and here is one of them right now. This is a time lapse of basically the last 30 minutes of Santiago Peak. You can see it there. This fire is indeed burning right up to those buildings. And boy, there's a lot of smoke. I'm going to try and loop this here again, and you can see it. This is from the actual camera equipment there on Santiago Peak. You can see it. It's run by an organization called Alert California. This is a linkage of multiple camera sites across Southern California that anyone at home can access at alertcalifornia.org. It's used for firefighting. And normally when here at the assignment desk, when we use these cameras, it's to get a look at fires that are very, very far away. But in this particular case, we're seeing a fire here that is crawling right up the side of Santiago Peak. And you can see now it really does, Amy, look like it is just right. Let's see if I can get live pictures here now with this. This is currently live, and it looks like these buildings may be going very, very soon.
Yes, it is tough to watch this fire now causing so much damage. Again, we were talking about the weather, and that yesterday was supposed to be the hottest day, and at the time that the fire broke out, it was right around 100 degrees. Winds were relatively calm, but our meteorologist Paul Diano keeping a very close eye on the situation now in this area. And Paul,